Now, what about now? Can anyone confirm in the chat? What about now? No, I was not on mute. There was some issue from the audio side and the video side. Video still have some issues. You can see the tracking is happening, but you can avoid that. Yeah. So let's continue. So once again, thank you so much for joining the live session. Yeah, we can start in 2-3 minutes. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So we have Jyoti, Vinay, Samir, Praveen, Ajin. Who is this? Discover Hindustan. Okay. A bit louder, please. Okay. I will. Okay. Let me increase the volume from here. Okay. So feel free to ask any question. Let me pick few questions from the chat directly so that we can continue. So let me pick first question from Jyoti. Please tell about Cyprus new batch. So regarding the Cyprus batch, Jyoti, I'm waiting for a few more people because until I don't have minimum 10 students, I don't start a batch. Right now I have 5 to 6 people who are waiting. So once I get these 5 more, then I will start the batch because it takes minimum 2 to 3 months to complete a batch. So most probably in June, after 12th of June, we will start a Cypress session. But in case somebody is interested in Selenium one, we are starting from Monday, new batch, Selenium with Java with BTD framework. Yeah, but I will keep you posted regarding the Cypress batch. Okay, so there's one question from Altaf: how AI tools can be used to increase QA productivity, both manual plus automation tasks. Please create some session on this. So first of all, thank you, Altaf, that you asked the real question, because I keep getting the question that is AI killing the jobs? Will AI will remove the automation tester, manual tester? Because that's not true. The question is valid here because it can help you in the productivity. Soon I will create some session on ChatGPT, how you can use ChatGPT, the free version, for automation, for manual, not only for manual automation, for the different activities as well. So let's say you want to set up your DevOps activity, you want to set up the infrastructure, everything can be done via ChatGPT. So it will not kill the jobs, but it can help you a lot. Right now, I'm making so many content also from ChatGPT personally, and see, don't think ChatGPT going to is going to kill any jobs, because previously also we used to do the same thing via Google. Now we are using ChatGPT in a more refined manner. Yeah. So thank you so much, Altaf. Soon I will be making more videos on ChatGPT and how we can use it. Okay, so what's next big thing after Selenium for QA? See, Yogendra, don't think only Selenium for QA, because Selenium is just one part of the web automation, right? As a QA, you need to understand the full stack. So after Selenium, or I will say just after web automation, you can start focusing on the API. Okay, because right now I can see the trend is changing. People are focusing more on the API side as compared to UI. So I would highly recommend you to spend some time on the API testing. One is via Postman. If you're using Java, then rest assured. Then pick one mobile automation framework and continue. So don't only focus on the web automation part, focus on the complete stack. Okay, Kshitij says, hello sir, how to automate chatbots? Can you please share your inputs? Kshitij, chatbots can be automated up to certain extent, depends on the data set. Okay, suppose I have a chatbot. So I can train the chatbot, I can validate whether the chatbot is replying as per my inputs. Okay, so nowadays many chatbots are built on top of ChatGPT. So if you search how to create a chatbot using ChatGPT, so you can create a WhatsApp bot, you can create a Telegram bots using ChatGPT APIs. So once you get the APIs, you can build your own chatbot that you cannot test because it's very dynamic. But there are some chatbots which are for only that particular applications. If you feed certain inputs, you will get the proper output. If you have the data set ready, you can automate that. But not in terms of chat GPT bots. Abhinav says on career switch advice, heard about Salesforce, but being a 2 years experience QA, it's not specific ecosystem rather than explore in DevOps, development, or data science. See, Abhinav, first of all, don't put too much pressure because you're in the range of 0 to 2. So when you have 0 to 2 experience, you can still be considered as a fresher. So don't put much pressure that you have so many fields open. Okay. First of all, you have to align that what is your area of interest, whether you really want to go into development, you really want to go from the from testing to data science, or you want to move into DevOps. I personally recommend that if you are not that good in coding, then after testing you can focus on the DevOps side. Okay. And because data science will be little out of the topic. When it comes to development, yes, you can still move, but you have to take this decision a little early, because after 5 years or 10 years you will not be getting much chance to switch your complete stack from QA to development. Will be little hard for you. In interviews you will be having they will be having a lot of expectation from you. So if you think that you do not have good career in QA, which is wrong. I have seen many people and they are earning good amount, their stable career in testing also. So before changing your domain, just understand why do you want to switch to a different domain altogether. So my personal recommendation after QA DevOps, but yeah, if you think like you are meant for coding, go with the development. When you will start API manual plus automation batch? So Bhagyashree, soon, because I started batch in March, that will probably end in June. So in July, I'm planning to launch a batch for manual plus automation. Okay. Akula says I feel demotivated when I don't able to solve logic in automation. I'm 8 years experienced functional tester. Automation for me, what will be the alternate option? So first of all, Akula, don't get demotivated because you're not able to solve few logics. See, logic building takes time. So it's a gradual process. You have to spend some time daily on the logic building. Again, once you solve minimum, let's say 40-50 questions, you will see the logics will keep repeating. You don't have to build the logic from the scratch. And what I have seen people that they directly start implementing, in the editor. First, the logic has to be built on a paper and pen, or maybe some notepad, like what should be your approach to solve this particular problem. There can be multiple solutions for each problem. We have to focus on the most efficient solution. So when it comes to logic building, take a slow approach. It's not you only that who is not able to solve the logic. Everybody is taking help from the different sources, and they are able to tweak little bit, and they're able to write their code or complete their logic. Okay, so it's not that bad. Only thing is your concept should be clear, that how we are doing this and why we are doing it. You can get the help easily, but slowly you have to build the logic. Initially I would recommend start solving some basic Java programs. Then once that logic part is clear, then you can implement in Selenium, RestAssured, Appium, BD frameworks. These are just framework or the libraries, but logic building is something very core. Once you understand the logic building, you can implement in any programming language. Hey Gayatri, good to see you. Is there an open source tool for chatbot load testing? Kshitij, I need to explore. I have not explored any open source tool for chatbot load testing. Maybe let me explore from mine, then I will get back to you on this. Okay, so guys, the couple of questions which I'm missing because of constant chat. So maybe you can give me a super chat so that I can get your question and I can answer accordingly. Otherwise, you can just wait, listen to the others' queries as well, because each and every query is important. Okay, let me maybe we'll start from the first question. Okay. Okay. Crazy kid. What about the future of automation testing, sir? See, don't worry about the future. There's a lot of scope. Okay. Now I can see the market is coming back slowly. Okay, it's not fully back to the shape, but I can see many people are hiring now slowly. Initially, like we used to get a lot of openings, but now the market is getting stable little bit. Okay, today itself I got few openings from one of the client. They're asking few resources from 2 to 7 years experience and one profile for 10 to 12 years experience in Pune location. So if you have very good sound knowledge in automation, maybe you can connect with me after this live session. There are few openings for Bangalore, Chennai. For Pune, only for 10 to 12 years experience. This is for QA manager role. So market is coming back to the shape. So if you have not prepared for the interview, you can start right now. Okay. Coming back to the future of our automation testing. So you need to understand the complete umbrella. Then you will understand there's a lot of scope, lot of future for automation. Okay, not only for functional side, non-functional as well. If you just focus on the non-functional part, scope is limited. But let's say if you want to target for architect role, you have to cover both the sides. You can be full automation test architect or functional test architect or non-functional. The multiple options. So don't worry, just focus on the skill set. Don't worry about the future options. It's good. What is the fee of Selenium course? So Bhagyashri, it is 10,999. It is 2 to 3 months of course, which includes everything: Java, Selenium, TestNG, Maven, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, BDD framework, and infrastructure on the cloud setup. This all will be done, which will be more than sufficient for experienced people, those who want to switch from manual to automation. Okay, Samir says, "Hi Mukesh sir, in my org, they're using Excel Q. Due to this, I'm losing grasp on Selenium Java etc. Please let me know what to do, either switch or what." See, Samir, first of all, it's good at least you're getting chance to work with low code and no code automation tools. Okay, whether you say Excel Q, Test Trigger, Test Sigma, Tosca. See, at least you're getting another exposure how the AI based tools or low code, no code automation works. But I totally agree that you will not find much openings in future because each company have a different subscription to different tools. I would recommend parallelly you have to be in touch with Selenium or Cypress, whatever tool you're using, so that tomorrow if you're changing company or maybe you're changing the team, you should not lose your skill set. This is the big mistake people are doing, that if they get a chance to work on one tool, they forget their long term path, and again they have to start from the scratch. Because personal experience, if you don't touch code for 3 to 6 months, again you have to start from the scratch. So don't lose the touch. How you can do this, like either you start automating some basic things via Selenium or Cypress, or you can help the community. Maybe you can join some Telegram groups. If some people are asking question, you can reply. They will be asking some real time questions, you will reply, you can connect with them. That's how I started my journey. So if you solve others problem, you will see that you will be getting lot of different use cases, and you will be in touch obviously. Yeah, so please be in touch, don't lose the grip, it's important. I have a question. I have 8 years experience as support engineer. Can I move from support to testing? Yes. First of all, please join with your real name so that I can identify you in the next live. Now coming back to, can I switch from support engineer to testing? Yes. Only thing is you have to justify that if you're coming from support uh, engineer to testing, or maybe even if you want to move to development, you should have the enough skill set so that you can crack the interviews and be very open in the interview that this is what your skill set, this is what you have learned, and this is how you can help them. uh, so if you go to my channel, I have one of the success story. So I can maybe share you the link. He actually moved from support to testing. It's a very inspiring story. Let me share the link right away. If you want some help from him also, you can connect. And he's very good guy, Shubhankar Das. And if you want, I can share his number as well. He is in West Bengal. Please connect with him. So answer is yes, you can move. Archirox, Java enough for Selenium. Sorry, basic core Java is enough for automation. Yes, if you are targeting only Selenium, core Java is enough. But if you target Cypress, you need JavaScript. Okay, if you need Playwright, again you need JavaScript. Basically, Playwright also supports multiple programming languages. So Java is something which you can use for Playwright and Selenium, but for Cypress you need to learn JavaScript. But the good part is, once you are good with one programming language, you can change from one language to another language within few weeks actually, because only the syntax will change. Loops will remain same, conditional statement will remain same, strings, array, right, data types, variable, these are very common things which will remain same across all the uh, programming languages. Let me pick few more questions. Shashank, how to build logical programs. See, Shashank, this thing which I have already answered, that if you have to build logical programs, start from the basics. Start with some basic array programs, basic string programs, and once you're comfortable, then you can move to the data structure, because there you will be working with the stack, you will be working with linked list, you will be working with queue. You can solve a lot of questions using map actually. So I have to come up with a video how to build logic, how to solve a particular program. Maybe you can take help of some sample program which is available on hacker rank lead code. Start with the basic one, easy, medium, then high. Abhirup says suggestion for test lead having 12 plus experience in testing. See, Abhirup, I will not be able to guide you right away because I don't know a skill set. So depends on the skill set, I can suggest you where exactly you can move, or if you want to be in the testing domain, what should be the tool stack for you. Now coming back to this, after 10 plus or 12 plus, you will always have two choices, whether you want to go into the technical side or you want to go into the management side. So again, depends on your personality, whether you always want to go in the technical side, go with that technical side, otherwise you can go to the management side as well. It's totally your choice. I personally wants to be in touch with the tech side, but I've seen many people, they moved into the management role. So it's a uh, completely a different choice. My experience is 10 years and working for a project as per client requirement. Currently, I'm working on implementation Dell Bhumi. Is there any impact on future roles? See, Gayatri, good thing is I work with Dell and I know this Bhumi project also, let's say integration one. So, see, domain expertise is another part and your technical skill is different part. So, you will not be writing scripts every day. You will not be writing, like, you will not be spending 8 hours or 10 hours only on the coding side. There are multiple things as well, right? So, when you get a domain expertise, it will be added advantage. It will not impact on your skill set that you have. Okay, so it's always added advantage, but try to get some projects from the different domain as well, so that you have bigger perspective, but it will not impact. Stick to both the sides, spend some time on the project side and spend some time on your skill set as well. What I generally recommend, that if you want to test whether you're updated with the market or not, always check the job openings. So let's say you have 10 years experience in testing. So go to LinkedIn, Indeed, Naukri, Monster, search openings for QA, or or openings for automation test lead, and see what kind of skill set they're expecting. Is your skill set matching 70 to 80%? You are good. Otherwise, you have to build your skill set. Manisha says, I have 1 year experience in automation, but 4 years in testing. As of now, no calls for 1 year experience. So, Manisha, first of all, you don't have to say that you have 1 year's experience. You are 4 years experience candidate. Always mention that you have 4 years experience. It's a combination. Initially, you started with manual, then you moved into automation. So, relevant experience, you can say 1 year, but overall experience 4 years. Now, coming back to the calls. Now, I have many students and they're getting calls. Market is coming back slowly. So don't panic right now. Work on the skill set and wait for some time. Complete back to the shape. It will take some 6 months to 1 year, but it's picking up. February, March, April was very low. because companies do not hire in this period, especially Feb March. But April May, now you will see number of calls will be coming soon. So please wait and work on the skill set. Please start a session on mobile app testing. Yes, it's pending from a long time, Marlin. So let me see. After this playwright series, I have to decide which series I want to start. Okay, so once one very good comment from Yogendra. I have been following you since long time. If I'm not wrong, then it has been 2014-15. When did you start your YouTube journey? Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Yogendra, for following this channel from a long time. Yes, I started my channel in 2014. So almost in September, I will be completing 9 years on YouTube. So thank you so much for following from a long time. It really means a lot to me. I will try my best to continue in the same fashion. Okay, what are the certificate available for QA to upscale? See, Kshitiz, first of all, I don't have any certification. Still, if you have a good skill set, okay, you can still survive. Sometimes you need to also understand that this certification also is a money making game. Okay, many companies they allow certification. I'm not saying all the certification, but few certifications they are hyped up so much. But even if you don't have certification, but you have a good skill set, you can still survive. Now consider you cracked 3 4 certifications using dumps, using ChatGPT or maybe different forums, but you do not have the real time experience. Still, it is of no use. But if you still ask me, maybe you can go for the Java certification if you want to be in automation. From the manual side, you can take ISTQB. And if you want to go into the DevOps, then I would recommend AWS certifications. Okay, the foundation level, practitioner level, architect level. Is API testing using Postman an automated way or manual way? So Saish, for this also have a video. Let me just uh, a link here. If you watch this video, you'll get a lot of insight. So please watch this video. Shashank, when the recession will stop? I can't predict Shashank, but yes, it's coming back slowly. Uh, Market is taking the shape. I follow a lot of articles. They say it will continue till June 2024, but again, it could be false also. It's all prediction. Okay. Nikita says there is one scenario in my current project where there is a web application, but the inspect element option is not there. Is there any logic behind this, or is there a way to automate? See, Nikita, even if you try to automate Facebook, okay, with the moment you right click, inspect, the developer options will not come. But if you use the shortcut, keyboard shortcuts, it will come. So there are few pages, not all the pages, which generally don't allow developer options to start. But if you start manually using developer like keyboard events, you can do that. Uh, Arno says, Hello Mukesh, I want to ask, is there a okay, let me read. I want to ask, will there be a tutorial from your side regarding any new AI based or testing tool? See, Arnav, I started a series on Test Trigger. It's a completely AI based, English based, human readable testing tool where you don't need any single line of code. You just write your test in plain English and it can run your test in different browsers, different OS within a single click. It's a AI based testing tool because in that tool, if you just put the URL and if you click on one option called self discovery scenario, so what this AI can do, it can scan your application, it can identify how many possible scenarios you can have, it will write the test, it will automate the test and run on the different browser combination and the OS combination as well. So if you haven't used test trigger, go to my channel, search for test trigger by Mukesh. You will get 9 to 10 videos and you will get to know how this AI based automation tool works. A lot of tools come in the market. Okay, so soon I will come up with different tools which is available, but soon I will start chat how to use chat GPT, for better productivity for automation testers and for manual testers. Okay, Spandana, hi Mukesh. Do you teach performance testing? I also want to know how easy to get a job and how easy to sustain in performance. See, Spandana, I don't have any badge for performance, but yeah, it's a very niche skill. Okay, so few companies don't even have a performance team for performance testing. Few companies, they do the outsourcing because they consider it the last priority, but ideally it should be the main priority, because once the functionality part is done, we need to also test how the application will behave under different loads. So if applications very small, or not small, I will say, if application having a limited number of users, many companies don't do the performance testing at all. They just do a basic load testing and they deliver it. But if you go to the enterprise level applications, they have dedicated teams for performance. Now performance not only at the application layer, network layer, and even on platform level testing. Please provide demo website for real testing purpose. Mm, there are a couple of applications. One is Orange HRM. You can use the recent one which I created for my training program. You can also use a quick start app as well. A lot of different applications available. If you just search for sample application for testing, you will get. But I generally prefer that you should pick three different type of applications. You can also use one free application which is provided by Sauce Lab. So one e-commerce application, one CRM based application, and one generic application. If you automate these three different type of applications, you will get a lot of different scenarios which you can automate. Hi Manoj, good to see you. What will be the fee of API automation course? That I have not decided, but it will be in the range of 10 to 15,000, not much, which is I guess minimum, because that will give you a bigger perspective. It will help you in your career as well, because generally even when I have to take some new when I have to learn new things, I generally prefer training because I can save a lot of time. I will have someone to whom I can ask questions, right? uh, I can talk about a particular topic or subject. So it's good to have a mentor so that you will not waste so much time on searching a different articles but still getting no results. So I will keep you posted once the batch is live. Can you please tell about Appium? So Ganesh, Appium series I posted in 2016. It's 7 years back. I need to again create the same series, but there's a very good series by Pawan. Pawan by S did by Pawan. You can watch his series, around 26 videos on Appium. Very good series. You will get complete end-to-end knowledge. Number of candidates are applied for one vacancy. How to handle this crowd, and what I will what I will do, get call from HR. See, first of all, testers, please use your real name. Now coming back to how to handle a crowd, it's all about the skill set. See, nowadays everybody is knowing one web automation tool, right? So if you want to be stand out in the crowd, you have to work on the skill set. Otherwise your resume will be one of the resume in the crowd. So either you have to be pass out from a very good college, you are working in a very good company, or you have a skill set. At least one of the three should match, right? If you are not graduated from the good college, you cannot do that again. If you're not working in a good company, again you cannot handle this. The third thing is the skill set that you have to work. That's the only way to stand out from the crowd. JavaScript with automation Okay, sometimes I take time to read because this is not properly formatted. JavaScript with automation is our company using. Do you any course for it? So first of all, see, this is another point I want to highlight, that you have to work on the different side as well. One is the technical side, one is the non-technical side. Because when you work in professionally, you will be giving demo to the clients, you will be talking to stakeholders, you will be talking to your team lead, manager, product manager, scrum master. So you have to be good in communication. I'm not saying you have to be very good, at least they should be able to understand your concern, they should be able to communicate. So this side also you have to learn. Okay, I'm not that good in English, but still I can communicate in a better way. This could be because of YouTube and other things. Now coming back to your questions, Manikanta, if your company is using automation using JavaScript, please go ahead. You will be getting exposure to Cypress or Playwright or WebDriver IO. Please continue with that, because market is slowly expecting Cypress and other tools as well. But uh, if you see the job description, most of the job description is targeting still Selenium. So work on the Selenium side as well. Veera says, "Hi Mukesh, any idea on Leapwork? As I'm getting calls, as per my understanding, it's no code automation. Leapwork, I have not tried, Veera. Maybe I need to explore. Uh, Maybe I can note it down." Sumriti says, "Hi sir, good evening. I'm from Odisha. I have completed my BCA in 2022. I have also completed manual testing, currently pursuing automation course from Udemy. Can I go apart from..." See, Sumriti, first of all, there's no restriction on the location side. Few companies, they started in a hybrid mode where they want you to work 2 days or 3 days from the office, remaining work from home. So you have to be little relaxed from the location side if you really want, because there are very less companies right now which is giving you the complete remote location. So you have to be little flexible. At least in the initial phase of your career, you should be able to relocate to Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore for at least for a few years. Once you get experience, then you can look for the complete remote jobs. Okay, don't get into the trap of comfort zone that you have to be in your hometown and apply. Any good certification for QA? Richard, I just answered this in one of the question. Thanks for the answer, Mukesh sir. I always appreciate your effort to support us. Thank you so much, Samir. RJ Rocks, is 3 months course is sufficient to search a job for automation? See, RJ Rocks, 3 months. What when I say 3 months, it means I will take 3 months to complete that topics, but there's no time frame for the practice. See, if you ask me, it has been almost 11 years. I'm still doing automation. Sometimes even I get stuck. Even if I don't see the code for a few months, I will forget. So practice is another part. But 3 months, I will complete all the topics which is required to become an automation test engineer. If you do practice, yes, within 3 months you can convert your role from manual to automation. Let's say every day I take 1 hour of session, and if you're doing 2 hours of practice, so totally 3 hours, then yes, 3 months is sufficient to get end-to-end picture of automation. But practice part is never ending process. Even if you get into the job, I will still recommend you to keep practicing, because it takes around 70 to 75 hours of effort to teach the complete automation. So let's say 25 hours in 1 month, so 3 months approx. Ankesh says, "Hi Mukesh, sir, it's already more than 1.5 years experience. Now I have lost the group of on automation. Is it worth going back, or shall I move on the current role as data quality engineer?" See, Ankesh, first of all, uh, be little open here. Again, going back doesn't mean that you have to start from the scratch. It is in your memory. You just need some additional time to revise all the concept. But this is the recommendation I do give to all the freshers, 0 to 2, 0 to 3 years, that observe your behavior, observe your interest, in the current role, are you really satisfied? Then you can continue. If you're not satisfied, if you're struggling every day, you're not getting motivated, you are not getting that motivation to continue every day, it means that you have to switch because you're not liking the current work. Okay, in that case you have to take a call that should you really change or not. So it's an individual choice, but yes, sit, talk to your mentors, talk to your friends, and see how they're doing, what package they're getting, what kind of work they're doing. Okay, then you can change your domain. This question we have already taken. Okay, Manoj, I have been assigned as UI dev for new project. Wow, using TypeScript with Angular. It's all because of your guidance and JavaScript. Okay, thank you so much, Manoj. And really, I appreciate the effort that you have spent. If I'm not wrong, that course was 6 months long course, and every day you did the practice. And good, you moved from testing to dev. One recommendation I will give, that right now you're getting opportunity for TypeScript with Angular, but there's new enhanced frameworks in the market like React, and the next framework is coming, Next.js. So it's okay as of now you continue with Angular, but try to focus more on the Next.js and the React as well. Sharath, which will have more scope in future, Selenium, Cypress? Currently in Selenium, at least for the next few years, Cypress is picking up slowly, one by one. Slowly, companies are moving from Selenium to Cypress, but it will take another 2 to 3 years more. So currently Selenium, in future both. Thank you so much, Manoj. Manoj, really means a lot to me. Okay, so again, question from Smriti. Sir, in Odisha, there's a less scope for testing field. Can I go abroad? This is the right time to go to Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. See, this is again little risky that you don't have any offer and you are planning to move. But if you crack the interviews, okay, then you can easily shift. But if you still want to give a try, you are at very early stage. You have already taken a lot of risk. You did your MCA, so take one more risk. Move to the cities where you can find more openings. Okay, Bangalore is good, Pune is good, NCR has less openings, but the nearest location for you will be NCR. Now, when it comes to abroad, this you need to target very specifically, because Europe countries have the different skill set. Okay, they need different skill set. US it's different, and Canada it's different. So you first target the set of countries, then prepare accordingly. Frankly speaking, as a fresher role, you will not be getting a chance to go to abroad. Maybe once you cross 3 to 5 years experience, then they will be giving you the chance. If you really targeting for the abroad, maybe you have to go for a higher education, then you can directly start working in that country. Okay, your focus should be on the skill set as of now. Once you have the skill set, then you can start applying for the different locations. Francia, for Azure certification for QA after AZ 900. For this, I have to say sorry because I do not have any idea on this certification. Maybe I need to check with my friends who are into Azure. Okay, Bhagrishi says, I have 9+ experience in testing with 2 years in automation using Selenium, but I want to move in automation testing. So far, so for 9 years of automation experience, I'm not able to clear interviews. What would you advise? So Bhagrishi, first of all, self retrospective. You need to understand what kind of questions you're not able to answer. There are two kind of questions. One is your technical questions, okay. Second is scenario based. Technical questions somehow you can answer, through Google, through YouTube. But scenario based, you have to get some more insight about that process. Okay, taking one example, that if I ask you one question, that suppose if your Jenkins instance is down and you have execution to complete within next 4 hours, how you will run your automation test? If your CI/CD pipeline is not working, maybe the Jenkins instance is down, how you will do that? So these kind of questions is you need to gain from the experience. I can definitely guide you on these kind of questions as well, but first of all you need to note it down that these kind of areas or maybe these kind of questions I'm not able to answer. Okay, so I would recommend, if you have attended 3 to 5 interviews, note down the list of questions that you could not answer. Maybe I can help you on that. Technical questions you can easily answer. Again, for 9 years experience, they will be having expectation that you should know the end-to-end part of automation, web, API, mobile, BTD, infrastructure, some part from the uh, non-functional side, at least in the performance. Okay, so based on your resume, they will be taking interviews, right? So do not include any keyword or any tool which you are not comfortable, because if they ask you single question from that particular tool, if you're not able to answer, it creates a very bad impression. So please come up with the questions that you could not answer. Maybe I can record videos on that. This question we have already answered. How to load, how to do load testing for the chatbots with the chat system is worked on WebSocket. So Maruf, this question I got from one more subscriber. I need to check on this side. Okay, Rudin says, can we do freelancing for testing to earn money? Can you give some good site? So Rudin, first of all, before even talking about the sites, you have to understand the moonlighting. Okay, there was a lot of firing last year because of the moonlighting. Many companies, they caught that their employees are doing freelancing without informing their HR and manager, and it was a big trouble for them. So first check with your current company that is it allowed in your company or not. Then you can do for the part-time freelancing task. Okay, there are a lot of website. Naveen Automation Labs have created 2 videos that freelancing websites for QA. I can come up with my own video, but as of now, you can refer Naveen Automation Labs. He has mentioned, if I'm not wrong, 10 websites. And my personal recommendation, you can go for the Fiverr. Fiverr, there are a lot of freelancing projects available. You can pick one project and continue. Second one is Upwork. Upwork have very strict selection criteria that you have to have very good profile. It will go through a approval for 24 hours. Then your profile will get approved. So Fiverr, you can start a lot of projects. I picked up a lot of projects in my uh, previous company, and pricing was also decent. So understand what kind of pricing others are charging. Then you can come up with the lower one so that you can get the gigs and you can complete it. Amit Singh, I have 8 years experience in teaching field. I want to switch in software testing field. Is it possible? Please. See, Amit, there are a lot of scope for the teaching. A lot of companies are hiring full-time trainer. So if you want to be in the teaching plus automation, you can become the automation trainer as well. But for that, you have to work on some real-time projects. Pick at least 3 to 5 real-time projects, end to end, automate them. Then you can contact with me. I can give you a lot of openings for the corporate trainer with lot of travels, perks, and very good handsome salary. So it will be mix your teaching plus automation both. uh, if I'm not wrong, HCL, Cognizant, and Accenture, a lot of companies, they're hiring for full-time automation trainer because they keep hiring a lot of freshers from the graduate. They have 3 months or 5 months of program for SDET. They're still looking for the trainer. Sanmita, hi Mukesh. Can you please share some of the important questions related to collection in Java, Selenium, POM, Jenkins? Also, please upload mini project on Cucumber framework. So, Sanmita, just allow me 5 or 6 more days. Not coming Monday. Next to next Monday, I will be starting this series where I will be picking 10 questions every day from Java, Selenium, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, all the tools. Once these technical questions will be done, then I will pick scenario based. So every day we'll discuss 10 questions. So within 20 days, we'll discuss more than 200 interview questions, which will be more than enough. So just allow me a few more days, and this series will be live on my YouTube channel. My question is, in interviews, there are any criteria between BCA students and MC students? See, Simriti, now few companies, they have the restriction that they hire only BE graduate, BTech graduate, or MCA. Okay, some companies they say just you should have a degree, but whatever I have seen, 80 to 90% companies they put this filter. You should be above 65, B, BTech, or MCA. So if you're into a BCA zone, then you might have to start with a lower salary first. But if you have MCA, start applying. What other skills can we learn apart from Selenium to get into product based companies? For example, I have heard knowledge on shell scripting plus Selenium will get you calls from the big banks, financial. See, Anubhav, not only the shell scripting, if you have the complete end to end knowledge of automation, and if you have some infrastructure knowledge, let's say you are very good in shell scripting, Linux commands, you know some Docker and Kubernetes and DevOps tools, let's say Ansible and Terraform. So it will be mixed that you know automation plus DevOps both. So in this way, you can get a call from the product-based company. Few companies they only target employees from their competitors or from the same level of company. For example, I got a call from SAP when I was in Dell. So SAP generally don't uh, call from the random companies. They have that preferences that they will only send invitation who are working in the product based companies. So if you are already working in a good product based companies, you'll get advantage. Otherwise, the skill set you need to improve. Everybody nowadays knows Selenium. So Selenium, RestAssured, Appium, these are the three skill set you should target. Shell scripting is good because you will be doing some of the batch related activities on a Linux system, but not too much. So shell scripting itself will not help. You need to have the complete end-to-end knowledge about the DevOps activities. If you just include shell scripting, it will not help. Thank you so much, Gayatri. Now this is interesting question. Rashri says for 4 years manual plus automation experience, what will be the designation? See, this is again a big trap from my perspective. Many companies they have the different type of designation. So I will not take the company name, but in few companies, even if you have 3+ experience, they will convert you into the testing lead, and they will be sending to the client, and they will do the billing accordingly. Few companies they will give you AVP, assistant vice president for a particular technology, even if you cross 5+ experience. Few companies, even if you cross 10 plus, you will be still be the test lead, or senior software engineer level 3, senior software engineer level 2. So this designation changes depends on where you're applying, but do not fall into this trap that if you become AVP that you will be behaving like the vice president. No, it's just a designation. uh, a very funny incident happened with me. I will not take the name, but if you join some startups, they will give you very good designation, but the task will be little different. This question we have answered. Manisha says, thank you, Mukesh. Most welcome. Shiva says, Mukesh, in the UK testing job market, lot of roles on financial services, banking, trade exchange. Do you have some session on testing on these applications? No, Shiva, right now I don't have. I have major experience into the ERP and the CRM domain, because in Dell also I used to work on CRM, and in SAP also ERP and CRM. Uh, Maybe I need to come back to this question later on. It's more like you should have the domain expertise. Do not focus only on the specific applications. Domain knowledge, if you have, you're good to go. I have basic knowledge on Java plus Selenium. Can I learn Selenium in 1 month? See, Madhu, basic knowledge Java Selenium, if you know, you still need minimum 45 hours, because I'm giving you a rough idea. 15 to 20 hours for Java, 15 20 hours for Selenium. I'm just telling you from the hours perspective. If I teach, I will take this much of time. So 40 hours for this, and remaining 35 hours to 40 hours for GitHub, Jenkins, design patterns, your framework development, infrastructure setup, and the BDD. So depends how much time you can spend in a day. So if you're spending 3 hours or 4 hours in a day, obviously you can complete in 1 month, right? Because you will not only complete the tutorials or the videos, you will also do the practice. So this is little tough guideline, 1 month. If you have uh, if you do not have that much of restriction, take your time. But yes, if you're looking for a job change, you do not have a job at this moment, you can spend 3 4 hours. Yes, you can learn in 1 month, and you can crack the interviews as well. Okay. Francina says, I have an option to automate APIs in my project. Is Catalan preferred over RestAssured? See, Francina, if you have Catalan license, please go ahead with Catalan, because it will make your testing process very easy. But if you ask me in terms of future perspective, I would recommend RestAssured, because RestAssured is something which is very popular library for API automation. A Katalon is paid tool, right? Not all the companies have the Katalon license. So right now, if you're getting chance, please go ahead with Katalon. Later on, you can learn RestAssured, because the API concept will remain same, and obviously you can automate so many tests very fast, less time in karate. Sorry, in Katalon. Rest assured, you have to build everything from the scratch. So please go ahead if you are getting a chance. Okay, so we have a new member. Thank you so much for taking the membership. Luck by chance. I would be glad if I know your name, but thank you so much for being the premium member. Vinayak says, if I want to go for security testing or penetration testing, then what path need to follow? Any link for understanding? Vinayak, you can refer one channel called the Saksham the Computer Guy. He has a detailed roadmap for security testing. Again, it's a very niche skill. If you are able to crack it, very high salary, very less uh, people are in this domain. Openings are good. Only thing is, you need to understand not only from the tool perspective, it's a complete engineering. Okay, you need to understand security as a whole, not only for the tools. The understand the complete game, and then you can go with the tools. Saksham, the computer guy. As a fresher, I'm trying to join automation testing. Is enough of your videos of Java for Selenium? Okay, let me read. As a fresher, I trying to join automation testing. Is enough your videos? So, Peter, first of all, you have to work on your English. That is the first criteria. Second is few videos which I recorded back in 2014. They're still relevant, but the lot of enhancement happened in the last 9 years. Lot of update came, so few videos might not work. Okay, take one example. I recorded a video how to take screenshot in Selenium. That time the class name was file utils. Now the class name is file handler. So that video might not work, but 90% of my videos will be still relevant. You can continue. 137 videos are available, more than enough. But yes, you might have to struggle a little bit for a few videos. And if you face any issue, let me know. I can record a fresh video for the same. Rahul says, Hi Mukesh, I have 10 plus years of experience in manual testing and have been laid off from my current organization. I see all the jobs in automation. Can you suggest what to do? Learn Selenium Java. See, Rahul, first of all, sorry. but it's not because of a skill set that you lost the job. It's because of the market is saturated, oversaturated actually, and the layoffs is happening continuously. But good thing is market is coming back to the shape. Work on a skill set, 10 plus experience. Do not only focus on Selenium API mobile, all you have to cover. In terms of preferences, Selenium API mobile, even if you know the basics, more than enough. BDD framework infrastructure, you're good to go. Again, analyze that. If you're getting calls for automation testing, take the job description from them, go through it. Whatever skill set is missing, try to implement, try to learn. And if you do not have much time, I would recommend take the live trainings, because in the live training you will have the accountability partner, that every day you will be attending the session, every day you will be getting doubts, you can directly ask questions, not only from me, from wherever you want to take the trainings. But that will save a lot of time for you. So you can ask them for the recordings as well, so that you can uh, go through the recordings also. But do not panic. If you have the emergency fund, sit back, relax, take a week off, then start working on this side. Okay, because when you study in the panic mode, you might not get all the concept. Okay, so a lot of questions. Thank you so much for picking my question. My brother is also automation test lead. Is it possible to his reference me to the company? Is it possible? Yes, references always works, Sumriti. So referral, if you can get, it's good. Please go ahead. Uh, Shanat says, I have a query for you. I need to read data, numeric data in XLSX file, and I have to represent the graph result using extend report. Is it possible? See, Shant, extend report, I need to check whether, because extend report, what it does, it gets the test status. Based on the number of pass and fail result, it will generate a graph. Now your requirement is that you need to build a graph based on the data that you are getting from the Excel sheet. For this, I would recommend Python. In Python, you will get different graph charts where you can get the data from CSV or from Excel or from database itself, and it can generate graphs for you. So if you don't have a language restriction, go for Python. You'll get varieties of libraries to generate charts. Okay, so one question by Lucky. Hello, sir. Currently in UK, holding a dependent visa. I have total 5 years experience in manual plus automation testing, but I'm not getting much calls. Could you please suggest? See, much calls or no calls, there's a difference. Much calls means you're getting 1 or 2 calls in a week. That means at least they are, like, they're looking for a automation role, or they're looking for automation candidate. So even if you're getting a single call, you should be able to convert it, because you cannot expect right now market that every day you will be getting 2 3 calls and you will be able to complete it. At least try it. If you're getting 1 or 2 calls in a week, that's more than enough. If you have attended any interview in the past, you could not answer any questions, let me know. But if you're not getting calls, there could be two reasons. One is your resume is not updated. Even if it is updated, but you do not have the skill set which is required right now in UK. There were a lot of candidates. They asked the same question. When I checked their resume, when I checked their profile on LinkedIn, when I checked their profile on the portals, I found there so many skill set which was missing. So when they added the skill set which was required, they got the call and they converted actually. So first I need to check what is your profile. If possible, Since you just subscribe to the membership, you can send me your LinkedIn profile, you can send me your resume. Let me go through it. If any suggestions, any improvement required, I will let you know. Then wait for 1 or 2 weeks and then we can modify accordingly. Amay says, what is the current market for freshers and 7 plus? Freshers, I am not seeing much opening, but there are a lot of openings right now from my client side. 2 to not 2, 4 to 7 and 10 to 12 plus. 10 to 12 plus is for Pune location. 4 to 7 is for Bangalore and Chennai. Again, only real experience because that is direct my referral. So if you have some good profiles, please let me know. Selenium with Java or Selenium with Python, which one would you suggest? Go with Selenium with Java, high demand if you're looking for a job change. How does 7 to 9 months of career gap affects voice experience? First of all, Manisha, it's very common, especially for ladies, women, those who are taking maternity gap or any other career gap because of marriage or anything. It is acceptable. Only thing, you should be updated in the market. Okay, 2 to 3 years of gap also is accepted if you are up to the mark, if you have not lost the touch. So this gap is not a big thing. I know few people who took the gap for 3 years. They started a business, they could not do the business properly, and they went back, and they're still working. So this gap is accepted. Only you should be able to answer in the interview. Ripple says, hello, I'm preparing for automation tester role and have been practicing my Java coding Selenium skills. However, I lack substantial project experience and need advice on how to proceed further. So, Ripple, again, your I need some more details at how much experience you have, okay, which country you are applying, which location, basically, even in India. Then I need the complete details so that I can help you. That for freshers, they don't expect project experience for sure because they just graduated, they learned something and now they are applying. But for experienced people, they expect that you should have worked on some automation tools, some frameworks, and some end-to-end automation, and then you can answer the questions accordingly. Now if you have not worked on the real time projects and you still have some idea how automation works, I would recommend pick some real time projects, start end to end automation with the infrastructure setup so that you can answer them, and then you can explain that this was your role, but parallelly this is what you have learned, this is how you have done it, because this was your interest. You could not get a chance in your last project, but because you like this skill set, or maybe you want to move to automation in future, this is what I have done. So if you are very good in technical side, nobody can stop you. Okay, so we have uh, Shri Vidya, Rajesh. So those, Manisha, I guess you were asking for the career gap, and Shri Vidya is the motivation for you. She got job after 12 years of gap. So thank you so much, Shri Vidya, for commenting. This will definitely help others who are worried about the career gap. Bhagyashri, how can I contact you for one-to-one interaction? Do you take mock interviews also? Yes, Bhagyashri, I will share my email address so that I can share the details later on. I'm experienced in testing with 7 plus experience and pursue on-site role in Europe. How can I approach directly? Any referral? So, Ame, if you want to target on-site, then start with the European countries. Easy way. Targets first of all Sweden. Okay, easy way to get the visas, and the interview process is also not lengthy and tricky. And then you can move to different countries once you have the real project experience. Okay, so guys, it's almost 1 hour. I planned for 1 hour because I have some other work. So I will end the live now. Regarding the questions which I could not answer, please let me know in the chat. Not chat, because chat will be end after 15 minutes. You can let me know in the comment section. I will try to come live next week again so that I can take the pending questions. But good to see that people have a lot of questions. They are uh, getting benefited also. So I will continue the live sessions. Okay, so almost 70 to 80% I have answered. Remaining thing I can take in the next live session. Yeah. Okay. So once again, thank you so much for joining the live session. Feel free to ask any question after this live also. Let me know in the comment section, and I will continue with the live sessions next week again. Yeah. Thank you so much, and see you in the next live. Take care. Bye bye.